Hello, everybody. Intuition here. Thank you, as always, for making time and space for us. Today, we would like to discuss the topic of marriage and some of the issues that sometimes arise within a marriage. The biggest issue that we see within a marriage is the idea that the actual event of marriage, the actual idea of marriage itself, not the person, but the actual action of marriage and what that symbolizes and what that means based off of your definitions. Marriage often overshadows the actual individual in which you have chosen to spend your life with. And what it is that we mean by that is the idea that marriage is the biggest declaration and proclamation of love that you can give within societal's norms and expectations. The idea is if I'm going to get married to you, then I am saying forever. And so then therefore that is the biggest thing that you could say. That you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody is pretty serious. So making it binding by putting a ring on it and making it very legal is very concrete. There could be no real change or deviation there. It is forever, literally and figuratively, legally binding and ceremoniously binding. And so then therefore what happens is the idea that I have said forever, I've done the biggest thing that I could do, and so now it's done. I married you, and that's the beginning and that is the end. So now we just get to live on forever with each other. But again, why the marriage overshadows the individual is the idea that when you marry somebody, it is the idea that you are marrying that person that you've known up until that moment in time. That person is the person who they are based off of that moment in time, based off of their experiences and perceptions and understandings of themselves. And often marriage does not take into account not only the person that they are in that moment, but the person that they're going to continue to grow into each and every day. Because each and every second, each and every millisecond, you are changing. Each and every moment and each and every day, you are taking in different information, different stimuluses, that then therefore changes the processes of your mind in which you are trying to synthesize and understand new information, that then therefore makes more of infinite possibilities unfold for yourself and more of a congruent understanding of who it is that you are based off of the new information that has just been synthesized by the different situations and circumstances that are unraveling to you each and every moment of each and every day. And so that person that you married is truly just a fragment of the complete individual that they will continue to evolve into each and every moment of each and every day after the marriage. And so marriage is great, however, it is only really based in a very small fragment in time, and that fragment in time is how long we've been dating and who you have been within the threshold of that time in which we've been dating. And so that is beautiful to base a marriage in the idea of I like what I've seen so far. But again, marriage rarely ever includes the continuum of what it is that that's going to look like and the person that you're going to continue to evolve into after this point in time. And thus, so often we hear, well, this is not the man or woman that I married 10 years ago. I don't know where Jojo went. I don't know where Karen went. They were this way 10 years ago, and now, 10 years later, they are this person, and we don't know who this person is. And they say that in a sense of disgust and frustration, like they have been duped. However, it would be quite disturbing if the same Jojo, if the same Karen that you married 10 years ago is the same person then as they are now, because that would mean that you have married potentially a cyborg. You have married maybe a dead person. We couldn't even say that you've married a robot, because even robots have to have system updates, which then therefore would allow for a different processing and then therefore different behaviors to unfold. If you are married to somebody and you've been married for 10 years and they're the same person, then that is discouraging, because that means that they are not really alive to begin with. Because if you were really alive, you're going to be changing from every second to every moment to every year to every month. You are not going to be the same person, nor should you. And so again, the issue that we see is with marriage is the idea that the marriage becomes bigger than the individual, and the marriage is only based on the precipice of the time in which I knew you from X to Z. And that X to Z, though it is a fantastic good chunk of time, does not extend into who it is that you are going to grow into. Because real love, real growth, real evolution with two people does not consist off of the time in which we knew each other, and then therefore you are stuck in a state in the limitation of the past because you need to respond how you've always responded based off these behaviors that I fell in love with. Love and evolution is really about, I choose you every day. Not just that one day that we got married and had a ceremony and all of our friends and family were there and Uncle Joe drank too much. No, it is every day I'm getting married to you. In the sense of, every day I wake up and I see you for who you are. Not the person that I married, but the individual that you are today. And who it is that you are today is vastly different from who it is that you were yesterday. And if I cannot see that, then that is questionable. That beautiful song, I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow, is based off of the precipice of the ideas in which we are sharing now. You are going to change from day to day, and if I don't see that, then I'm not really in a relationship with you. I'm in a relationship with a memory of the past. But if I really want to evolve with you, I'm going to choose you every day, and that means I'm going to see you and see who you were yesterday. I loved who you were yesterday. But you've grown so much from yesterday. And now we're in today. And from that growth of where it is that you were yesterday to today, I love you so much more. And based off of that idea, I can't even imagine what tomorrow is going to hold. Because if I love you more today than I did yesterday, then tomorrow is going to be so much more exponentially better. And again, that lyric, that sentence, that statement is all about evolution and growth with your partner. I'm seeing you for who you are, based off of who you were, and knowing that you're going to continue to change and grow into something even more beautiful, transcendent than where it is that you are now. But that's not going to happen if you were based off the precipice of marriage and the illusion of yesterday and who you were then. And so it is about choosing your partner every day, marrying them every day. I see you who you are today, different from yesterday, how beautiful, how wonderful, how fantastic. And if we see each other in the reality of now instead of the lens of the past, then there is so much more potential that your relationship, your marriage, will continue to flourish in a way that is so much more meaningful than the day that you got married. And so we offer this to breathe some life, potentially, into any relationship, not just a relationship in which you are married, a relationship in which potentially you've been dating for a long time. It is important to choose you every day, and not just one day, the day in which we declared that I'm going to be boyfriend or girlfriend, the day in which we got married, but every day, because every day is special, because every day I get to meet you anew, again. As always, a little food for thought. Thank you for making time and space for us, and we wish you well seeing your partner with new, fresh eyes, as they deserve to be seen because they're a new, fresh person. Well wishes.